lathe. It's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye. Better leave these goggles here. Oops, I don't need another rod. I've already got one. Better leave these goggles here. That looks perfect. Better leave these goggles here. I wonder what goes on this spool. I need to put the tissue strips on first. Could I have some of these tissue strips?
Be my guest. Will Nancy Drew please report immediately to the security office? And by immediately, I mean don't even think about doing anything else.
I just got off the phone with Miss Santos. Where do you get off telling her I'm some kind of jewel-thieving peeping Tom?
I'm sorry, but I thought she had a right to know what I know.
You don't know zip. I had nothing to do with the theft of that carousel horse. Just because I did time doesn't mean I'm guilty of every crime that comes down the pike, you know?
I know that now, and I'm really sorry.
I figured if I did a good job here, it would prove to everybody once and for all that I was totally trustworthy. That I was more than just an ex-con. A lot more. Okay, so maybe I'm trying a little too hard. Maybe people's entry codes should be off limits. It's just that this job means everything to me. I don't want to screw it up.
I guess I was a little overzealous, too. I'm really sorry. I'll see you around.
Any luck?
I think we're all set. I know the tune, and I've got a harmonica.
Play it for Miles and see what happens.
My oral sensors are ready. Suck it to me. Hooray!
I remember that song. I did ride the carousel. Over and over and over. Always the same horse. Always the same black horse.
You loved the carousel, and you loved one horse in particular. It was not the lead horse, and it was not spectacular, but you loved it, Joy. What was its name?
I can't remember.
Is the name important?
I am not programmed to continue unless and until you remember the name of that horse. You loved it so much that your mother bought it for you.
She was the one who bought the horse off the carousel? Then I know the name. Glory.
Glory. That's right. Glory. My mother gave him to me for my birthday. My 4th birthday. She died in a car accident that very night.
How awful. No wonder you forgot how much you loved the carousel. It would have reminded you of your mother.
I hated the park after my mother died. I hated the carousel, and I hated that horse. I blamed it for what happened to my mother. I had my father destroy it.
But your father did not destroy it. Instead, he stored it. He hoped that someday, with the help of
Miles, the magnificent memory machine!
you would come to terms with your past. And because that is what you are doing, here is the third and final riddle. Ask Tink for the book you and I used to read about Kessler and Amelia So Kind. Give her nickname a spin on spook number 10. Then the brass prize arrange on its forearm so strange. And something long lost and cherished you'll find.
Tink's the guy who runs the carousel. Let's give him a call. I've got his number.
No. Nancy, I did something terrible. I turned the power off to the roller coaster and caused the accident that shut down the park. I blamed Miss Santos for my father's death, just like I blamed that horse for what happened to my mother. I feel horrible. Keep going without me, Nancy. I have to go see Miss Santos and apologize.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
I found something underneath the carousel that looks like it might be a remote control device.
Oh, I'd like to see it. Interesting. I looked under there. Wonder how I missed it. May I have this?
Actually, I'd kind of like to keep it.
Suit yourself.
Did you know that the man who carved the carousel horses had a workshop under what's now the haunted house?
How appropriate, considering Kessler's belief in the supernatural and all.
I heard some strange sounds the last time I was in there. They seem to be coming from below.
That's odd. I've been doing a lot of work in there lately and I haven't heard any strange noises. So either your ears are better than mine, Or your imagination is.
Thanks for your help.
Remember, niacin.
Looks like Spook 10 is missing and it's been red tagged. Better not take the tag until I fix this. The arm is missing. It's locked.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
I discovered a hidden door in the haunted house.
Is that right?
Unfortunately, it's locked.
It's obvious you don't put much stock in curses. But a word to the wise, there really do exist some doors that no one should open. I'd be very careful if I were you.
There's a dummy in the haunted house that's been red tagged. It's missing an arm. Any chance it'll be up and running again in the near future?
Got the arm right here. Just needed a battery. That's one of the dummies Joy Trent's father created. Probably why the circuitry is so bizarre. It works though, so just reattach it. You'll need pliers. Oh, and don't forget to take the red tag back to Spy Master Bishop.
Thanks for your help.
No big deal.
It would be rude to use my phone now.
This is Tink.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Did you land that fish?
I don't want to talk about it. That answer your question?
According to the late Daryl Trent, you have a book about Rolf Kessler and his wife.
Not anymore, I don't.
You don't have it?
Daryl Trent was kind of an oddball, you know what I mean? So when he gave me the book, I said I'd hang on to it just to humor him. As soon as he died, I pitched it.
Did you ever read the book yourself?
Nah, not really. I just kind of glanced through it.
Do you by any chance remember Amelia's nickname?
Who's Amelia?
Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
I'm curious, who do you think stole that horse off the carousel?
Kids. Daring each other, doing stupid kid stuff, or maybe somebody just liked the way old Nightshade looked and wanted him for himself. I don't know.
Nightshade?
That was its name, Nightshade. Kessler gave all of his horses names, painted them on their bridles.
Have fun fishing!
Always do.
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
I found an old letter in the gear room of the carousel. It was written by the guy who carved all the horses, Rolf Kessler. Is it okay if I keep it?
Far as I'm concerned, I'll mention it to Miss Santos, see what she says.
I found some kind of electronic device under the carousel. I'm pretty sure someone has been turning the carousel on and off at night by remote control.
Why would somebody want to do that? Whatever you found was probably just some kind of toy that fell out of some kid's pocket.
Kessler used to have a workshop under what's now the haunted house. Have you ever been down there?
I didn't even know there was a down there.
So you don't know anything about the hidden door in the room that has the old radiator in it?
Sure don't. Never heard any of the other guards say anything about it either.
I'll see you around.
Sounds good.
Hey, Nance, what's going on?
I found this strange hidden door in the haunted house. Problem is, it's locked. Do you have any idea what's behind it?
Ask Joy. That nutty professor father of hers always had these little secret projects going in the park, even after he sold his interest. Miss Santos didn't have the heart to boot him out.
I found this receipt on the floor. Looks like you bought a lot of basswood recently.
I'll take that, thank you.
What color was the tail of the carousel horse that was stolen?
I don't remember. I could probably dig up an old picture and look.
That's okay. How hard do you think it would be to make a forgery of a carousel horse?
I have no idea.
I'll let you get back to work.
Keep it real.
Will Nancy Drew please report to the security office? Hey, Nancy, what's up?
I seem to have used up all the fun on my fun pass. Did you say I could get another one?
I certainly did. Here you go. Enjoy.
I'll see you around.
Go get 'em.
It's locked. That looks tight enough. I need to take this red tag back to Harlan.
I stepped out for a second, and when I came back, somebody'd left this envelope on my desk. Looks like it's for you. Got your name on it anyway.
There's nothing inside but a key. Maybe it opens that door in the haunted house.
Here, let me toss that envelope for you. I want to apologize for jumping all over you like that before. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that I would have done just what you did. No hard feelings?
No hard feelings. It's locked.
Hello?
Hey, Frank, it's Nancy.
Hey, Joe, pick up. Actually, he may not want to talk to you.
Why not?
Because you get to solve a mystery at an amusement park. He's so jealous he could spit.
Hi, this is Joe.
Hey, Joe, it's Nancy.
I don't want to talk to you.
What did I tell you?
Oh, I'm just kidding. Pardon me for a second, I gotta go spit.
Quit fooling around, Joe. She's calling long distance, remember?
Sorry. So what's going on?
Apparently, one of the people who was on the roller coaster when it suddenly stopped is claiming that his neck got injured and has filed a lawsuit.
Well, boys and girls, can you say insurance fraud?
What if someone is making up a false claim? What if that was his plan all along? And what if someone in the park is in on the scheme with him?
That person causes the accident, the guy sues, they split the settlement.
New word, boys and girls. Can you say motive?
Has either of you ever heard of a guy named Rolf Kessler?
Rolf Kessler. The name is kind of familiar. Give me a minute. It'll come to me.
Don't let him fool you, Nance. He's sitting at his computer madly typing Rolf Kessler into a search engine.
Rolf Kessler. Carved carousel horses in the early part of the 20th century. Very eccentric. Said if anyone separated his horses once they were part of a carousel, bad luck would follow.
Let me guess. That's who carved the carousel at Captain's Cove.
You got it. I found a letter that he wrote but never mailed to his estranged wife, Amelia. He was eccentric, all right.
So there might be something to this curse stuff after all.
Frank, I'm shocked. You've always said there is no such thing as curses.
What I mean is, whoever is responsible for these carousel hauntings obviously knew something about Kessler. He's the key, Nan. Kessler's the key.
I better get going.
Call us anytime.
Take care.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's only me.
Oh, hi, Nance. Listen to you. You're probably making Nancy feel terrible. Maybe I should answer the phone from now on. You wouldn't dare.
It's okay, guys. I understand.
I'm sorry, Nancy. As you may have guessed, Matt hasn't called yet, and he is just so cute. Anyway, what's up?
It turns out Joy was responsible for causing that accident that shut down the park.
How do you know?
She confessed. Her father was right. Dredging up all those memories was good for her. She's apologizing to Paula even as we speak.
What about the carousel? Was she responsible for all that haunting stuff, too?
I don't think so. I think she sincerely believed that Miss Santos was behind it, so she caused the roller coaster accident to teach her a lesson.
At least you don't have to worry about the roller coaster anymore. Yeah, now you can really check out the rest of the park. You're making progress, Nan. Just hang in there.
I found out that the man who may have hidden jewels in that stolen carousel horse died in prison, but his cellmate, who apparently looks a lot like Harlan Bishop, was recently released.
Harlan just started working there, right? And he doesn't like to talk about where he worked before, right?
And he's been in prison. I saw the number for his parole officer while I was snooping around in his office.
I think you better call Miss Santos.
We already talked. Turns out Harlan told her he'd been in prison when he interviewed for the job. She hired him anyway.
So now what?
Now I wait to hear from Harlan's parole officer if it turns out he was that jewel thief's cellmate.
You bust him. No, she calls the cops and lets them bust him. The guy's a security guard. He could be dangerous.
Turns out Ingrid was calling Lance Huffington to share a remedy for neck pain with him.
Or so she says.
She's also been making money on the side by helping someone design a roller coaster.
Or so she says. I agree with Bess. Don't go erasing her from your suspect list just yet, Nan.
Thanks to that info and stenography you guys sent me, I was able to figure out the name of the carousel horse that Joy's mother bought her.
Joy's mother bought her a carousel horse?
That's what was in the note I found. It was a memo about the sale.
The horse had a name?
Kessler liked to name the horses he carved. This one's name was Glory.
What happened to it?
I have the feeling I'll find out when I solve the final riddle Miles gave us.
My mother never bought me a carousel horse.
Catch you guys later.
Hasta la vista. You're doing great.